just sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I thought the last bunch of streams I had like nothing but homers. Turns out we had just a little bit of a soy boy get in there. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, sometimes it's sometimes it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. It's harder than it looks. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Crypto's crypto. We all know what it is. But just to get y'all started on the right note, remember that energy I had last stream? Huh? Remember?
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go.
Come on. That's what we're doing here. All right. You ready? Let's fucking go. All right. I got a special guest here for you. We're going to bring up our usual gents. Johnny, sir, pleasure, as always.
What up?
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, sir.
I know that's right.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mm.
Nation.
Let's fucking go.
Boast it. Boast it, baby. All right. Last but not least, are you ready for this? We have a very special guest in the house. One of the favorites of the Council of LP and the House of Warlords. Are you ready? The Goo, sir.
Good God.
Base P-Dye $2. Let's go.
P-Dye $2.
P-Dye $2.
Let's fucking go. Good morning, gentlemen.
I appreciate you for coming on. I know you got a super busy life, sir. You are an animal. You are a degen, allegedly. But I appreciate you coming on, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, bro. I'm here. Let's get it, man.
How's your time been recently in the cryptoverse?
It's been really good. I'm catching bottoms. I'm catching tops. I'm leverage trading. I'm having the time of my life over here, bro.
You're an animal. You're an animal,
Sounds
sir.
fun.
All right. I want to get your opinions here in a little bit. Nathan's like, sounds fun. Leverage, most of us, you're an animal. I appreciate you, and you are making.
Nah, you know what it is, bro? I got this model that I use. It's like an AI model. Only 3 people have access to it in the whole world. My cousin made this shit. So that's why I leverage trade. So like if you see it like in my channel, I just be posting random shit throughout the day. It's because I use the model, and I'll get something across my screen. Like earlier, it was like quant was $91, and it's like, yo, quant is at its like 6-month high. So I was like, oh shit, for real? Let me go short it. So that's exactly what I did, because the model was like, yeah, you can go short that shit right now. So that's what it is. Like, don't go out there and start leverage trading. You 100% will lose all your money. The only reason I do this shit is because I have a cheat code.
All right. Well said. I appreciate you, sir.
Who else has it? Elon and
yeah, bro. Him and his cousin and the creator. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Elon.
That's all you need, bro.
No, my cousin is the creator. He gave me access to it, and then he gave his trading partner access to it. So only 3 people have access to it in the whole world.
And the trading partner is Elon. I know you can't say it. We know.
No, it's the Vietnamese Dong guy. That's who it is.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
What?
That's like, no.
He's non-existent.
Too soon. There's like a standard amount of time that has to go by before you drop that. It's too soon. I'm pretty sure P-Dye chat will agree. Too soon.
The extractor.
The extractor. Stupid P-Dye. Just stupid P-Dye. All right, we're just dropping inside jokes here. Only Pulse Chain people are going to get it. But we're talking about P-Dye, the one and only that we love so much, that we are honoring with base P-Dye. We'll bring it all up again as a reminder. This started as a stream. Yeah, we were just basically demonstrating how you do Zora. I think this was what I was showing at the time. I created this at the time, and it's a fun little meme coin I've created because most of us are all just lost astronauts in the jungle looking for our little rocket ship, our ride to the moon. And so I made that. It was fun. And then on stream, when I was talking about this, we ended up actually with the House of Warlords. We created based P-Die to a dollar.
Yeah, I blame Stray 100% for this.
I'm blaming Stray. I love it. Definitely equal parts degen on all three of us. We no one was like no. All of us were like yes, 100%. We're doing this.
Yeah.
So it was an absolute blast. And here is the chart that we have created so far, which we had some profit taking today. Unfortunately, the profit taking did not follow the pattern of how to single side LP. So I think we're going to talk about that later. But as you can see,
that profit taking didn't follow the pattern of anything respectable, bro. Like, what the fuck was that?
Okay, look, some people just don't get it. Some people, you can hand them the book and they don't understand how to read it. Some people, you can read it to them and they still want to watch Nickelodeon. You know, hey, it is what it is. It's no big deal.
Can you imagine the people that are only on Zora that were watching this? They're just like, what happened?
Exactly. Some poor guy on Zora, but spent some fucking sparks and right here. And then an hour later was like, what happened? I got 20 sparks left. It's all gone. This thing's a scare. And then what happens? When you have a quality community, you got dip eaters. Let's fucking go.
Well, at least we can say that our chart looks better than the #1 token on Zora, which is basis for everyone. That chart is rugged. This chart is 1,000 times healthier than that, bro.
That thing went to like 12 million, right?
It doesn't matter. Look at it now.
1.2.
Jeez.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're not quite at the top anymore, but top today. We're number 6 trending on Zora.
If I go
to total market cap, we gotta do that again. But on total market cap, we're still here at number 10.
They changed their PFP or whatever. Can you do that? I didn't know you could change your picture.
Well, they paid on Deck Screener for that.
Is this a new one?
Wait a second.
Because remember it was that chick. It was that chick that was like, "Oh, you're gonna make me fill in the blank."
That's right. It was. So maybe
they changed the damn thing.
Somebody else.
No, it's Crypto MFer. It's the same thing. I don't know what happened, how they did that. It's the same thing.
That's interesting.
They probably told them, like, yo, you got to change this. This is somebody's likeness.
True. That is a fact. Yes.
Oh.
Probably. That makes a lot more sense.
Point.
All right. Anyway, so Goo God is definitely the smartest one out of us. We'll go ahead and
look, we pull
and then not for nothing, bro. She's in the trenches. You know what I mean? Quick story. I don't know if you guys remember Shirio back during the Saitama days. So the dev is Jordan Fung and some other nerd dude. And so they paid to bang her, right? And then as a perk, she threw on the shirt for them. And so they used her for marketing. And
really,
like, yeah, she wasn't really with that shit. But long story short, she be in these trenches. She know about crypto. She know about all these low cap tokens and shit. Like she's in the trenches.
Really fascinating. That is fascinating.
Johnny's like, what's her name?
How's that for trenches?
I can tell you her name. I don't know if y'all want me to say it, but
No,
she's
no.
very well known. Like you could just Google popular,
Yeah.
adult film actresses, and it'll pop up top 10.
This stream went exactly where I thought it would. I love it.
Sorry, boys.
No, this is amazing. I fucking love it. This is the part about these streams is there's absolutely no telling what's going to happen, and they're never a copy of the last stream. It's always something fucking different. I fucking love it. Last stream, I was like super hyped up on Red Bull. Not so much right now. I'm all right. It's a different vibe every stream. I fucking love it. But we got bangers here.
Uh-huh.
We got fucking homers in the chart. We got fucking homers in the chat. We got fucking homers in all of the fucking groups on Telegram. Shout out, as always, to the Council of LP. All right. These guys provide literally some of the best fucking education you can get around on how to exit a chart, like in this case, a low market cap, a low liquidity chart, without actually hurting the chart. Like, say you want to see a project keep going on and you want to keep profiting from it as it keeps going up. These are the guys to learn from. I don't ever know which way to fucking point. It's goddamn cameras. I swear to God. But these guys are bangers when it comes to teaching liquidity. Look, somewhere. Look, Usher, right? Huh?
Uh-huh.
If you guys,
I got an
any
idea,
questions-
bro. I got an idea for you, right? So you make all these LP videos. You've made a lot of them, right? But if it's still not getting through, why don't you make a single-sided LP for dummies? Like really, really break it down in like layman's caveman type shit, bro. So like they really can't mess it up.
I mean, that was pretty much my last video because all it is just clicking, and I don't explain what you're clicking. I'm like, look, just follow along what I'm doing. If you want a single, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again tonight. I'll do it again. But in my video, it's only 13 minutes long, and I teach you two different strategies. One, how to single side out like now, like if you want a single side out instead of G, how to do that. And then I also teach how to single side if you want like a 10x. If you want a 10x against the ratio for whatever you're paired with. In my videos, I do Dragon Fart Dust and Ethereum because I have a video wallet set up for that, and it's public and docs and all that shit. But in that video, I literally say, click here, and I speak very slowly, much slower than I do in real life in the video. I'm like, click here, then you go to here, then you click here, then you put it here, then you go here. Like it's very, very slow, and it's like there's a flow to it, but like I'm trying to think how I could dumb it down even more. And
I don't think it's that. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong at all. Like you're right. But I think maybe the key isn't necessarily the dumbing down. It's just repetition. So while we are a low market cap and a low liquidity project here, we'll just continue to do it. Like it's not going to matter if you want to, do a $3,000 sell when this is, over 500,000 market cap or it's 1 million market cap or above, but when it's a low liquidity, low market cap, coin, you're going to want to, if assuming you don't want the project to immediately die, you don't want to murder the momentum immediately. There are ways to easily exit out. For instance, that guy who clipped out, if he had set a single side, he would have maybe had to wait 1 day for the volume to fill through it. It takes just a little bit of patience, and there is responsibility when it comes to realizing profits in a low market cap, low liquidity project. I mean, hey, to each their own, but the projects that sustain themselves aren't filled with people who are just clipping out full mass at the bottom. So,
I think to be honest with you, bro, like back when I was degenning hard and stuff, and I was looking through things, if I was to see that under 100K or slightly under 100K market cap, and somebody clips 5% of the supply for $3,000, farm is going off in my mind, and I'm like, I'm deleting everything. I'm out the Telegram. I'm taking it off my watch list and everything because I've already seen what I've had to see, right? So thank goodness I know you guys, and I know, okay, no, this is good Chaz behind this project. It was like one kind of like GD person got out like in a terrible way. They probably need money for whatever reason, right? So that's why I say, okay, I'll buy the dip. I'll keep doing what I'm gonna do. But to somebody else, to the masses, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck, bro? What are you shilling me?"
Right. Hey, you know what? You said something there that is a very good point. You know, don't let anyone ever tell you what to do. But if you're investing in crypto and you need the money within a week, I mean, we all know emergencies happen. But I mean, if you're in the spot where like 3K is an emergency and that's all you have invested in crypto, you don't have enough money to invest because there's too much risk. What happens, you know, what happens if someone else clipped out right before you and now you needed that money? Like, oh, geez, now you're, you know, 40, 50, 60% wrecked. Now you need to clip out. There's another 30% off the top. Like, if you need the money within a week, this is not for you. This is not the game for you. That's maybe something to think about.
Well,
also too, right? Keep in mind that karma is the only force in this universe that you don't have to believe in it for it to affect you, right? So when you do something like that, let's say you put $300 into a project, it goes to $3,000, right? That $3,000 is not your fucking money. I'm sorry, it's not. Take $600, take $900, take $1,000, right? You've made gains. Now let the rest ride. Let either the project thrive or let other people eat too. That's a healthy rotation, bro. Like greed kills, man.
Yeah, and clipping out. Even say you don't know how to LP, you refuse to learn. No matter how many tools are available to you, you're not going to learn. There's also the idea of clipping out in increments. That does a much better thing to start.
Especially on base where a swap is 0.008 cents. So less than a penny.
Breaking up a big full clip out into 6 different cells is going to cost you maybe 5 pennies.
On base.
On a high gas day.
Yeah, right. No, you're right.
Well, the good thing is this, right? The paper hands is out, right? Only the legends is in. We have a large liquidity pool with Ethereum. So what does that mean? When Ethereum runs, this is going to run as well. So we're not relying on an LP web and all this other crazy shit. All we need is ETH. That's it. ETH starts to move, so does this project.
I like that. All we need is ETH.
Fucking never get the camera right. Good Lord. I don't know if you heard though. Verse is allegedly starting an entire Atropa ecosystem over here on Zora. So we're gonna. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness!
I'm kidding.
The Zortropa.
Zortropa. Oh, Zortropa.
Zortropa.
Oh, shit.
If he sends me a contract address and I pull it up and it says BTSFI, man, I'm hanging it up for the day, bro.
That's so amazing.
Hey, Verse come on as Maria tonight.
He's good Lord. He'd have to come in on his knees. He's way too tall for that.
Oh yeah. Maria's Maria. His name is James Osborne, by the way. Oh,
extremely
dude,
short.
Bruh.
Did you not see the picture?
I've only
seen the picture
down. No,
he's at like waist height.
Oh, so he makes up for that with liquidity webbing? I don't know.
Brain power.
Stealing money from us, bro.
Like taking your teddy bears? Yeah. That's what he makes it up for. Hey, before I get us completely off track, do you want to go over single siding and do you want to talk about the importance of it? Because I kind of just dabbled in it, and I know a lot of people know, but like I said before, this is a low liquidity, low market cap project, and that means something if you're one of the early people in and you want to go to the moon. So, did you want to maybe expand on that, Johnny? I can share any screens or do whatever you want.
Yeah. Here, hold on. Let me present them.
Hold it.
Enhance.
Present them. Share screen.
Who's like, I just came on to get a lecture about shit I already know about. Damn it.
No, I mean,
I'm telling, bro, this is always good refresher courses and stuff, and like it also helps me to articulate it to the next person, because no matter how many times you go over something, you can always go over it again and catch something like, oh shit, okay.
Every day is an example of that, sir. Every day is an example. Look at this guy. I don't even need to do it. He pulled it up himself.
Uniswap has made this. I mean, I know that we have our issues with their restructuring, but I see who they're catering to, right? It's like click, guide you, but you still got to watch out for the pitfalls because they want you in that V4.
Oh, yes. Don't worry. Daddy's here to help you not get into the V4.
I don't want no hooks.
All right. So, yeah, like
put
fucking
no hooks in
hookers.
me.
What was I going to say? Okay. So I'm going to go over what you guys are going to see here. I'll do this again, just like I did in all my other videos. I will go over 2 different scenarios. Okay. And I'm going to be using Dragon Fart Dust and Ethereum, but this goes for anything that has a V3 pair that is currently traded that you would normally buy on Uniswap. Okay. You don't have to use this for just base PDI or Dragon Fart Dust. Anything in a low liquidity environment. So pretty much 70%.
Non-tax token. I just want to add that.
Yeah, just V3. Just V3. It can't be a V2. This only works on a V3. And so a lot of people were raising concerns about TitanX. I know there was a big hubbub about the liquidity in TitanX and how there's only one exit. You have to exit through TitanX if you want to exit into ETH. Okay. However, if you use single side, like there's a way around that, right? And that's what I would be doing if I was huge in TitanX. I'm not anymore, but if I had a lot of bags in the TitanX ecosystem, I would 100% be paying attention right now, because it's going to be very, very hard to exit, right? I mean, I know personally 4 whales that can nuke the whole fucking ecosystem with one click, and that's 4 people. And there's like 20,000 unique wallets in TitanX. So if you want to, that's not to scare anybody, because if you utilize what I'm about to teach you, or what I've taught, and I have videos on all this stuff, if you use this, you'll be just fine. It's okay. You'll be able to exit with what you want, instead of like having to stare at a chart and being like, okay, now's the time to sell. Because I can tell you right now, 90% of the people out there, 95 probably % of the people out there either don't know about single side liquidity or can't be bothered to utilize it. So they're going to sell on a 2x, on a 3x, on a 4x. It's just going to, you're going to see it. We've already seen it before. You're going to see it again. However, if you have single side, you don't have to worry about catching the top. You don't have to worry about, any of that stuff. Okay. So what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and assume that we're in a low liquidity, low-ish market cap environment. Liquidity is pretty much the biggest watchword I want everyone to focus on. Market cap is fugazi, it is what it is. But in a low liquidity environment, what I'm about to show you, this is absolutely paramount if you want to make it in a low liquidity coin. Okay. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and connect your wallet to Uniswap, much like you normally do. Okay. This is my publicly doxed wallet that I use for these kind of videos, these tutorials. So I'm not worried about you guys seeing this. I could care less. I don't sell from this wallet or anything. The very first thing you're going to do is go over here to pool. So it puts you on trade. Like if I want to trade some stuff, right? Like normal. We're going to go over to pool. We're going to go to create a position, because what are we doing? We're creating a liquidity position. Now, what Nathan just said Very, very important. This is where I want you guys. This is really one of the only places you have to like extremely focus. Okay, what Uniswap is going to do with their upgrade, they went ahead and they upgraded. They have now what's called V4. What is that? I don't know. I've used Grok and Chat GPT to explain to me what V4 liquidity is, and I could care less at this point because nothing that I'm in has anything to do with it. Everything that I'm in is on V3. Everything that you guys are in is on V3 or V2. But specifically, we're going to create a new V3 position. Okay? Very important to click that. Now, when it comes to selecting a pair, you will hear, and it is not true, you will hear it does not matter which coin you select in this first box and the second box. It absolutely does. This first box, this is going to be what you want to think of it as, like what you're trying to get rid of, right? So in this instance, I'm doing the Dragon Fart Dust Ethereum pair. First box, we're going to do Dragon Fart Dust. And guys, anyone in chat or Goo, Nathan, Mo, if I'm going too fast or if I'm saying something ridiculous and you need me to repeat it, please feel free to jump in. Okay, so right now I have Dragon Fart Dust and ETH, right? Because that's the pair I'm trying to trade on. The next thing you want to pay attention to is this right here, where it talks about the fee tier. Don't really worry what that means. Just know you want to be on that 1% fee tier. Sometimes it'll put you on the 0.3 because it's trying to be cute, right? If you see that, be like, no, Johnny said something about a 1%. That is correct. Click the 1% fee tier. So going back, V3 position, what you're trying to sell is in the left box. What you're selling into is in the right box. 1% fee tier, okay? That's pretty much one of the hardest parts. So once you got that, you're ready to roll. So you just hit continue, okay? Now you got a second opportunity to make sure you're on that V3 position. It's going to be up here, right? Yep, we're still on V3, cool. And then right here, this really little box, I'll highlight it. That little guy right there, that says 1%. So we are good to go. This is where it can get tricky, but follow me. I promise you, I'll make it as easy as pie. You're going to see this chart. You're going to see all this weird stuff. You don't even need to look at any of that, okay? Just hit custom range, because what Uniswap is going to automatically set you up for is to create a full range. A full range that would be like if I had $1,000 total. Okay, I had $500 worth of Ethereum, $500 worth of Dragon Fart Dust. I can submit it full range. That's from 0 all the way to infinity. And anytime a trade happens, I would make fees. That's full range. If you guys are familiar with Titan Farms, that is a full range V3 that you're submitting your money to, right? And that's why you have to have equal parts of this coin, equal parts of this coin. That's full range. We're not doing that. We're doing what's called a concentrated range, okay? So to do that, all you do is you just click custom range. Cool. Now you scroll down and you're going to see, this is where I want you guys to start really, really paying attention, okay? Because this is the hard part. This is the part that trips people up, but that's because people make it harder than it needs to be. Right here, you're going to see the current ratio. It says market price. I wish it did not say that, because that gives people start thinking in USD terms. As a liquidity provider, I want you to stop thinking in USD terms and start thinking in ratios. All the OGs in crypto, like that was cycle 1 shit where we all fought in USD terms. And then everyone starts, as the cycles progressed, you start realizing, oh, it's not the USD what I should be concerned about. It's the ratio to what I'm trading against that I should be concerned about. That's the most important thing. So right now, I can't do anything with this number. It's like it says market price less than 0.4 zeros and a 1, 5 zeros and a 1. I can't do anything with that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click this Ethereum button. Look at that. It gives me a number that I now can work with. Okay, I can work with this number. Very easy. Check this out. So again, my first demonstration, I'm just going to single side out relative to the current price. I don't want to cheat, but at the same time, I don't really want to be in anymore. I'm just going to single side this shit out. Cool. This is how you do that. So all you do is you come over here and you highlight this number. Okay. It's 8,023,490. I want you to copy it and then go down to max price. We're going to go clockwise. I want you to think clockwise on this. Okay. You're going to go to max price and just paste that number into max price. Then you're going to go to min price. Don't do anything else. Go to min price. Double click min price, highlight it. I want you to paste it again. It's a double paste. Uh-oh, it's red. What does that mean? That means that this is an invalid range. So remember, we're creating a range. If the price is the exact same min and max, that's not a range. So we have to change that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to click on the minus on min price. That's a tick. Anytime you do the plus or the minus, it's called a tick. I want to do one tick down. Look what happens. Did you see that? I'll go back. We're in the red. This is no. Red means no. Red means stop when you're driving. Okay. Red also means stop what you're doing if you're trying to create this position, because this doesn't exist. So the only button, the only thing you need to concern yourself with is this tick, this minus. Click it once. You are now in range. Now, you will know that you did this properly when you scroll down and it only allows Dragon Fart Dust. So right here, it says Dragon Fart Dust and ETH. That's not right. My price on the max is too high. So what do? Let's minus this one and minus this one, another one. Did you see that? Did you guys see that? You see how ETH disappeared and now there's only Dragon Fart Dust? Here's why. Remember, this price right here has to be lower than this price here. That's why I don't want you guys to look at the words min and max too much, because it's almost like opposites. And I don't want to start getting you guys all confused. The only thing you have to understand is if you're trying to single side exit, this max price has to be lower than the current market price, which is actually a ratio. Okay? It's the ratio. Right now, the current ratio is 8,023,490 Dragon Fart Dust equals 1 Ethereum. That's the current ratio. So the max price, get that underneath the current ratio until it's white. And then this one, the min price, just click it a tick down. Okay? Again, if I do a tick up, it's going to turn red. No. We want white, makes it right. Okay? Now, we have 1 million Dragon Fart Dust to work with, so I'll go ahead and just do that. I'm going to review it. Very simple.
Let me pause you just 1 second.
Yeah, it's a good point to put Mish's comment in there right before you do this.
Actually,
what
before
happened?
I do that, I got 2 steps I got to do. Number 1, hey.
Ted's having fun.
What's up, Ted?
Keep her up, boys. And then second off, I'm sure I just lost her with that fucking sound effect. Sorry about that. Moneymaker Mish asks, can you still click the minus sign once on the max and 2 clicks on the min?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can click as many times as you want. So what I'm doing right now is I am setting a single side position directly above the price. If you're looking at a chart, right, I am just above the price. If this is the price, I'm single siding. I'm putting a range right above it. If you wanted to go even higher, right, you wanted to put a single side higher, you would just click that minus a couple more times. But I'm going to show you a cheat code for that. Okay, that's going to be my next example I'm going to do. I will show you a cheat code for that. Okay, so from here, so we have our range, right? Max, min, cool. Everything's good. It's only allowing me to submit Dragon Fart Dust. Okay, that's how I know I did it right. So from here, you just click the big pink button, review. Another window pops up that says create. Damn, $2.08. Oh, motherfuckers killing me. You hit create. Then you can't see it on your screen, but my Rabby wallet flipped down. It's going to say sign. You sign it and then confirm it. Then it says transaction created. Now you can see it says creating position. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to remove it.
Yeah.
Johnny, question.
Yes, sir.
So, based on those actions, you've executed it.
Mhm.
And just to be clear, this is not instant gratification type of action.
Absolutely. This is absolutely not instant gratification type of
That is
action.
correct.
This is just, hey, look, you know what? I got my money in 50 different fucking things. I'm not really paying attention to this one, and I don't want to really pay attention to it, but I like it. I just, I want to sell. I'm done.
Yep.
Okay, let me go ahead and create a single side that will allow me. This usually is for a low liquidity environment. It works for anything. You can do this
Right.
for any coin, but the power comes from the lower liquidity and the lower market cap coins. Because listen, in Dragon Fart Dust, if I'm trying to sell $200, I'm not going to get $200. I might get like 100, maybe. And B, it's going to nuke the fucking chart, not only on myself, but on everyone else. I don't want to do that. Right.
Right. So it's really important that people understand that.
This is extremely important. This is why
they may panic when they execute this and go like, wait, it didn't work, and not
Right.
realize that this is a trickle effect.
Yep.
Right. And
This is
and
where
again,
you go out and you get bullish and you start pumping the community or like everybody up. You're like, buy my single side. Hey, Johnny, can you click the arrows next to the min max there just to show everybody that little toggle on Uniswap on the position there, just so they're like, wait, it went back to.
Well, I already created it.
No, go back. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you go back, if you toggle over the position down by the min max, over the min max, over the actual, hit those arrows. If you were wondering why it didn't show, that's like, if
I see. Yeah.
So, and Mish, just so you see as well, Moneymaker Mish, Johnny just put $223 worth of Dragon Fart Dust right above the price, and right in the next tick, like he said, where Uniswap is going to switch over to the next level of Dragon Fart Dust per ETH that you can get. But that means that there needs to be $223 of buy pressure to get. So the chart's just going to sit there. And you're going to see buy. You're like $100 buy, but the chart didn't move. Yeah, because it's got to break through that liquidity wall now. So that's where you want to be responsible with that too. Something like Dragon Fart Dust at the moment, that might not come through for a while. Say ETH starts really moving. Yeah, it'll fill up just because. But man, Dragon Fart Dust is going to have its day. You wait and see.
So what we're going to do now that we have our liquidity position set up, we're going to go ahead and click on it, and now we can view it. So right here, it says position. So you guys can see I have $223. It's 100% in Dragon Fart Dust. And like Nathan was saying, so what you're going to do, once you create this position, right, you can come back to it. This chart will turn green, and that lets you know you're what's called in range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right now I'm out of range because the ratio is below what I set, right? I set it above the price. So I'm going to be out of range when I first create this. But let's say someone comes in with a buy, it might shoot into my range. What does that mean? Well, instead of this saying $223, it might say, $200 in Dragon Fart Dust, $23 in Wrapped Ethereum. And as the price goes up, right, as the ratio increases, because there's more buys, I'm going to have less Dragon Fart Dust, more Ethereum. And that ultimately is what I want, because I want to sell. I want to just exit my Ethereum. When you do that, you don't touch the chart. The chart does not move. So instead of doing a $223 sell, I'm removing $223 of Ethereum. I'm happy. I won. I get my money. And then everybody in that community is happy because I got what I wanted out of it and that I didn't even touch the chart. When you remove your liquidity, it doesn't have any effect on the chart, not 1 cent. So, and you'll see it right now. So let's just say I went ahead and did this properly and my Ethereum filled. Let's just say instead of 223 in Dragon Fartos, it says 223 in Ethereum. Cool. Time to remove that bad boy. I go hit remove liquidity. Okay. Let me go ahead and exit. I'll go back. I want to remove liquidity. You just hit remove liquidity. Now here it asks you, how much do you want to remove? Do you want to remove 25% of your position, 50%, 75, or do you want to just remove it all? Okay, I want to remove it all. Hit remove, confirm. Your wallet is going to pop down. You can't see this on your end, but the wallet popped down. It's going to cost me 25 cents to remove this. It says now, it says removing liquidity. And you just wait. It's kind of crazy. You can set an LP, add liquidity, remove liquidity, like sometimes faster than a pulse chain transaction right now. It's kind of a pain in my ass. All right, liquidity has been removed. So now I'm
is dead.
That pool, I just nuked that liquidity pool. I did not nuke the chart. Okay. Now I'll go through this part quick because it's going to be kind of the same idea. Okay, let me get my calculator out because I'm going to need that. For this next part, you're going to need a calculator unless you're just really good at math, which is fine. I'm a slave to my calculator. All right, what we're going to do now what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, look, you know what? I like this coin. I got 200, 250 bucks in it. It's pretty much dust. However, I don't want to sell on a 20% up. I want to sell on like a 10x. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to create position. Okay, again, V3. For those that you were following along, I know you remembered that. We're going to go to Dragon Fartos. Ooh, what's that with mystery? What's going on there? Okay.
I like
Next one's
Hey, by the way, shout out to the verse.
Oh, what's up, Verse? I didn't even see you, bud.
Yo, sorry, I'm DJing. What's up, guys?
He's like, am I on? Yeah.
Bro,
No, I was on there for like 5 minutes. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna still trade, but you know, I had to come on. Listen. I had to come on because Guga was on a live stream. He didn't invite me. You know what I'm saying? Mo bullies me. Zach is I got crushed on Zach. Johnny's the most good-looking dude ever. TEDx is an angel, but Guga, you didn't invite me, and I'm offended. I'm just kidding. I love you, man. What's up, guys?
Yo, bro, I thought you was gonna be here. You were here with them every night, so I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So Chris is gonna be here. Of course, I'm gonna come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to see you guys, man. So yeah, hey, keep going, man. Hey, I need to flip over to my other browser so I can put this on my X account. So I'll be right
Yo,
back.
but were you degenning or were you launching base TSFI?
Both. You know what I'm saying? Gotta stay in the trenches, my man. It is what it is.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. All right, hey, I'll be right back, guys. Keep going.
Will do. All right, so we've already done the basics, right? We'll go ahead and hit make sure it's 1%. We're good. Continue. Okay, V3, yep. 1%, yep. Okay, we're going to do custom range again. Custom range. We're going to hit this ETH button. Very, very important, guys. It's going to make your life so much easier. ETH. Over. Okay, there's that 8,023,490. Okay, now this is what we're going to do. Whatever the X's that you want. In this case, I'm going to do an example of a 10X. Okay, whatever the X's that you want. Instead of taking this market price, copying it, and pasting it like last time, all you're going to do, guys, is just divide it by the number of X's you want. So in this case, 10. So we're going to take, for all the math people out there, 8,023,490. We're going to divide it by 10, divide by 10, and you're going to get 802,349. So all we're going to do is go to max price and just type in 0.802349. Okay. Now we're going to copy this number, copy it, paste it. Okay. Everyone following with me so far? Haven't done anything too crazy yet. All we did, this number, all we did to get this is we divided this by 10. That's it. Okay. Hit minus on here. I'm going to hit minus one more time here. Minus one more time here. Make it white. There we go. Is this number lower than this number? It is.
Very much so.
A lot lower. Okay. Guys, this is my 10x. That's all you have to do. Now, did I do it right? I did. It's not my first day. Now, here's the important thing. I want to make very, very, very clear. Okay. When I say 10x, this is not a 10x on the current USD price. Okay. This is a 10x against, in this case, Ethereum. I am paired with Ethereum. I am not paired with USDC. If it was USDC, then yes, you can think of it as a USD 10x. This is a 10x against Ethereum. So what that means is, let's just say that Ethereum is running and we're running because we're slingshot leverage on Ethereum, right? And I get my 10x. Well, if Ethereum does a 2x in the time that we did a 10x, someone that's good at math, what's 10 times 2?
20.
57.
20.
Damn it.
Thank you. So even though we set it up as a 10x, if Ethereum starts running and we do our 10x against Ethereum, we're a 10x against whatever Ethereum did at the time that we put our single side in. Does that make sense? Do I need to go over anything there? The thing I want everyone to remember here is that when you start providing liquidity, you cannot think, you got to take USD, that doesn't exist anymore. You do not think in USD terms. You think only in ratios. Okay? We are a ratio. This is all a ratio game. That's all crypto is. It's a ratio of one thing against another thing. Okay? And if both things are moving up, one of them is going to move faster. That's just how life works. Nothing moves up together and down unless it's like a stable coin, right? But we have an exotic pairing against a pretty major crypto in Ethereum. That exotic pairing is going to move up faster just because the liquidity in it is slimmer than the liquidity in Ethereum. But what we get is liquidity, what they call bonding. We are bonded to Ethereum. So if Ethereum moves up, that ratio pumps us up. Ethereum moves up, we pump up. And that's if no one buys $1 of Dragon Fart Dust. But this is the same. This goes with everything out there. I'm just using this as my example. Okay. So I really want to hit that hard that when I say 10x, 20x, 50x, you can set your single side up as much as you want. I have single sides personally set up for 10, 20, 50, 100x in everything I'm in, because you never know. You never know. That 100x, that's my moon bag, right? My 10, 20, 30, whatever, that's what I reasonably expect bag. But I definitely have that moon bag for if this thing does a 100x. Think about it. If that does a 100x and ETH does a 3x, you know what I mean? We're off to the races, boys.
Can I interrupt you right there? Because it makes me think way back when I was in something that turned into an absolute moonshot of all moonshots, and that was the gift token on Pulse Chain. If I had thought about when we were at a 50 or 60K market cap and just set single sides at 10x, 20x, 30x, 40x, 50x, GIF did like a 300 fucking X. Like I would have captured so much money without hurting the chart. Instead of getting to a point where I'm like, all right, I think I'm going to start setting my single sides. And then wham, 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 the clips started coming through and I missed my chance. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
Now
that's
is
a,
the time. Now is
that's
the
a
time to set single sides.
that's an excellent point. So what Mo was basically saying, for those of you that weren't really following along with him, is
Happens.
you got to think about single siding almost like buying, right? You don't necessarily want to buy the top of every damn thing you go in, right? You want to eat the dips. When you buy that dip, that's when you want a single side. You don't want a single side at a local top. That's not when you want to do it. You want a single side, like as soon as you get in, throw your single side up, because you have to think, okay, if I'm doing a 10x, it's a 10x from where I got in, like at the little dippy bottom. Okay, that's going to be a lot easier to obtain than a 10x from a local top. Because a 10x from a local top, that ratio is going to have to get really, really crazy for it to do a 10x. Whereas if I buy the dip, like right now in base PDI, it's a great time. Dragon Fart Dust, great time, right? A lot of the coins that everyone on this panel talks about, when you get in, I want the first thing for you to think about is, okay, how do I want to exit this? What do I reasonably think this is going to do? Do I think it's going to do a 10x? Sure. Don't put your whole clip in at 10x. Like I said, a little bit here, a little bit here. It's almost like a ladder, right? 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x, whatever you want to do. But don't put your full clip in at one point, because what could happen is the bull market takes off and your thing sends. It goes right through your range. Cool, you made your 10x, but then it goes up and you could have made a 50x, right? And the worst thing you can do as a new person in crypto is think in terms of what ifs, because then what ends up happening is you do what's called revenge trade. And you're going to take that money and you're going to try to make up that difference in some stupid shit, and you're going to get rinsed within 3 months. That's just how it works. So to prevent you from doing that, just set your single sides up, set your single sides, and then set it and forget it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about if the market's down, if the market's up. All you have to worry about is my single side filled? You can check it. Nope. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and touch grass. I'm good to go. Let me go on to the next thing. And
sorry. Question real quick. When it
Sure.
comes to you setting single side, how much would you say you want to set single side, and how much do you want to bag hold of the actual token? What do you think would be a good ratio?
That's a fantastic question. So for me personally, I single side everything that I'm in. But again, the stuff that I happen to be in, I'm in a lot of low market cap, like altcoin gems. So really what it would depend on is, okay, am I in something with 300, 500, 1 million in liquidity? Or am I in something with like 20,000 in liquidity? If I'm in something with like 20,000 in liquidity, I'm probably single siding everything. Because again, the way that I work is I don't just like degen into something and not get in with the community. I want to be a part of the community. Everything I get in, I want to be a part of the community. So for me personally, I single side everything. However, let's just say there's like a degen play you want to kind of play around with. My recommendation would be single side at least your initial, right? Single side your initials, maybe at like single side at least like a 2x, right? Get that initial out, but have something up above that, like a 10, 20, 50 or whatever, right? And it also depends on how much money you have. If you have $1,000 that you went into a coin with, I would probably single side 750 of it and leave the rest liquid. And that little bit liquid, if it does a quick little one of these, and then, you can catch that play if you want to play it like that. But if you're not really good at trading and you're not really good at indicators and knowing what the hell's going on, my recommendation, especially for first time crypto people, is just single side it, set it and forget. You don't have to start at a 10x. You can single side right above the price if you want, and just go from there, ladder up from there. So really it depends on, that question's going to depend on how strongly are you integrated with the community? How much do you believe in the coin? Do you really believe in it? Or is this just something you heard a friend say, hey, this could go yard? Well, if that's the case, then I'm just going to single side half, and I'm going to keep the other half liquid in case that guy didn't know what the hell he's talking about, and I can exit real quick. But just remember, even though you single side your liquidity, you can always remove it whenever you want. You don't, it's not like staking. And that's why I love this. Staking, you have to put your money in, it's tied up. And with liquidity providing, you can put it in and you can remove it whenever the hell you want. So if you do want to sell, you can always do that.
So with that strategy, Johnny, with that strategy, then realistically, if you staggered that approach, just like you described, realistically, one day you could wake up and it's sunshine and whiskey.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean,
and you don't have to worry.
You could rip
And you
through
don't have
all
to worry
those
about
X's and capture every single one.
That's
And
absolutely
bam.
what happens during the bull market, because there is no when the bull market kicks off, and you can ask Chris about this, you can ask Mo, you can ask Nathan, and you can definitely ask Gugat about this. When the actual like altcoin fucking thing just starts going, there is no shot off the bow that's like, hey, we're going to rip tomorrow. You know what I mean? It just does. It just does. And next thing you know, ETH does like a 2x in one day, and you're like, wait, what the fuck just happened? And then your thing just did a 5x. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, money just starts pouring in, and everyone gets euphoric. Everyone's taking their shirts off, like everyone's doing blow on the fucking camera. Like that's when you know, okay, we're in the shit right now. Time to lock the fuck in. Well, if you have your single sides in place, you don't have to worry about what's the next move. Your moves, your chess pieces are on the board. You're just waiting to get your move in.
Yeah, it's funny when you go in and you look at your single side and you're like, it had been in range and it's green, green, green. You're like, oh, this thing's in range. Yeah, this is good. And then it goes, and then you come back in and it's red. You're like, oh, it went out of range. And then you look, it's like, oh, but it's all ETH. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other,
Chris, this started as this whole conversation started as, you know, this is a very early, very low market cap, very low liquidity coin right now. And we kind of began this discussion on how to, you know, recognize profits responsibly in a project that you want to see going forward. And so that's kind of how this started. Do you have any extra tips or thoughts on low liquidity, low market caps, and the sort of the risk reward and how you play those maybe?
Yeah, so when it comes to this type of stuff, me and Gugat, we played this game with like low market cap tokens before, and what happens is someone always messes up and like dumps a bunch and it just screws the chart up so badly. And I think we'd been through this like 6 times, I would say. Would you say that's right about Gugat? Like 6 times?
Yeah, bro, at minimum.
Yeah. So there's 2 ways to do it. The number one way to do it is this V3 liquidity that Johnny and Nathan are talking about. And then the number 2 way is you guys sell very, very small amounts if you want to get your initial out minimum. You never, ever want to take too much out at once, because if like just on a hypothetical sense, if you're a whale in any coin and say you have millions of dollars of it, you don't dump the whole bag and destroy the chart, because you know what else? You know what everyone else does at the that's like at the bottom list? They start dumping too. So when the big guys start to sell, they sell a little bit so that the chart looks good and they don't jank it up. Look at the PTGC chart. PTGC has some of the best whales in all of crypto, and they didn't jack up the chart. There's a little of commotion in the beginning, but nowadays it's healthy. So what I would say is, number one, do the V3 liquidity, but also I understand that this stuff is really complicated. So if you don't want to jump into V3 liquidity, sell small amounts, get your initial out, keep a moon bag, and don't be greedy and screw up for the rest of us. So that's the point I want to get across.
What you could do is just to add to that, bro. Every single DEX that I see, you could use limit orders, right? You could use limit buy orders. You could use limit sell orders. Uniswap has it. 1inch has it. Everything has it. Switch.win has it. So those limit orders, they're really good because they DCA you out. They don't just, it's kind of like almost like single side LPs. Like it's a trickle effect. It's not like a total instant gratification thing, which is really healthy for the chart, because I have exited positions using that strategy, and I tell you no lie, bro, you would have never known that I exited with the amounts that I've exited using that strategy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one
Legit.
thing I also learned from Goo God is using those sell orders. It's a game changer if that's the type of trading like. And keep in mind, you know, there everyone has their preference. I would say learn V3 liquidity because not many people know that. And if you know something that most people don't know, you have the advantage. If you try to follow the crowd, you're going to get wrecked in this game. So that was the other thing I wanted to add.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Ted, did you have anything you wanted to add on low liquidity, low market cap?
No, I'm good.
Sounds good. Moneymaker Mish has more a question on general V3 liquidity providing, and we can get to that later. But before we do, I do want to say again, to what Chris was saying, a lot of people, the V3 is confusing, and like a lot of things in life, sometimes you don't learn it the first time you hear it. Sometimes you got to hear it broken down a couple different ways. You have to, hear it explained by a couple different people. But you have the tools here at your disposal. You have the Council of LP. Their Telegram is open to anybody who wants to learn. Shrey is basically the man of House of Warlords. He's the guy that is literally disseminating some of the best knowledge and alpha out here. That Telegram is open to everybody. I encourage everybody to go in there in both these Telegrams and start learning. If you have any questions, that's the whole point of all of this. Because the more educated everybody is, the better your chart is. And everybody wants an awesome chart, and we all want to go to the moon together. And this is one way we can. So hop in these Telegrams and learn this stuff.
Hey, Mo, can I add one more thing to what you just said?
Let's hear it.
Also, everyone here is extremely nice about this stuff because I'll be honest with you, you're trading against everybody. The friends that you are talking to, you are actually trading against, and a lot of these altcoins, meme coins, and stuff like that. We're doing you a service, educating you, making you better. So we do this for the love of crypto. We truly want to see you win. A lot of the big guys don't want to give you this information, but we do.
No.
So just keep that in mind.
Good point.
I love
Good
it.
Well said.
Goo, can I kick it to you for 1 second? Because you haven't talked too much, and that's mostly my fault for bringing you on a class stream. Sorry, buddy, you got ambushed there. Do you want to talk about some of your projects? Because I know you got a lot of stuff cooking, and I would like to hear about it.
Yeah, bro, my full focus is on King right now, to be honest with you. Just, focus on keep building out the LPs that we have. We have 8 right now, so I'm just focused on adding to them. The chart is looking real healthy, even though Pulse is on like a pullback. But King is strong, man. The community has been strong. The engagement has been good. The content has been great. That has been coming from everybody. So, yeah, man, I'm just really excited for King.
I believe someone on this stream, he's wearing a yellow shirt and a black hat, gave a massive we all gave a massive shout out to King, but I believe this guy said now's the time to get in, and I woke up the next day, it was up 34%.
That.
Yeah, that's how it happens, bro. You get the alpha from that man right there, bro.
Appreciate you guys.
People, and this is what happens. This is what happens, guys. It's very easy to listen to us, understand, get this alpha, go to the chart, look at it, and be like, I'm seeing what Chris is seeing. I'm seeing what Goose seeing. I'm seeing what Johnny, Mo, Ted, I'm seeing what they're all seeing. The hardest part for a new person in crypto is to pull the trigger. The thing you have to do is you have to get rid of the whole overthinking. This is all fun. No one is here telling you put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into this stuff, but we don't talk about everything. The things that we talk about are the things that we're passionate about. What are we passionate about? Strong fucking communities. Number one, have to have a strong community. I have yet to hear anyone on this panel talk about something that does not meet that first criteria. That's the biggest thing you need to figure out for yourself is the community strong? Nothing that we talk about has just a bullshit community. We're not going to do that. We're not trying to send you guys through the rinsing cycle. And Goo God made mention of this, but I will highlight this. He does not need to be making coins. This man is good to go. He's good. He already won. He won crypto. Okay. He's doing this because he wants to see other people win. Well, isn't that interesting? That's kind of how the Council of LP got started. That's how the House of Warlords got started. That's how the verse. That's the only thing that we care about is helping people educate to win. We don't want you to be part of the 95% of people in crypto that rinse their fucking bank accounts. We don't want you to be that guy. Because what is going on right now? Why is everyone laughing? Do I have something hanging out of my ass?
No. I just threw a derailment right underneath your face. You didn't see it, but Ted saw it, so we're just giggling over here because I'm an asshole. My bad.
Oh,
Keep going, sir.
Okay.
If you remember where you were.
I don't, but I'll just say,
Sorry.
listen to what these people are saying. You don't have to ape everything. We're not saying sell one thing and get into another. We're saying, hey, look, you got $250 either in dust or it's sitting in something that hasn't done shit for 8 years. Okay, maybe move that over into something that has a community that is very, very strong. And Goo God knows what the hell he is doing. I've been following him. I've been following him as long as I've been following the verse. And I've been following the verse for quite a while now. And I've been watching a lot of his videos, and everything that he says, something happens with it, is what I'm saying. Like just give it a listen. If you guys listen to the verse on the last stream that he was on, he talked about just absolutely murdering on PTGC, right? You fucking crushed it, right?
Yes, sir.
If everyone was listening to if people were listening to him when he made that call, you also won. You also won. And guess what? He makes calls to where you don't have to sell the top to make it. It could retrace 50%. Why are you doing this to me, Mo? Why you got to throw Vanessa on here as
Johnny,
I'm
take
talking?
your shirt off, man. Take your shirt off, Johnny.
No. That's
Shirts
Yeah,
are
Johnny,
optional when we hit 1 million market cap, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Shirts
no.
are optional then. All right, let's.
Yeah, Johnny, I appreciate that, bro, and I appreciate you. But I mean, just to touch base on that, right? Like that's how it started with me building. You know what I mean? Because first it was community. I unintentionally built a community around myself, right? And I really had no intentions of doing that ever, but it happened, right? So I learned, okay, like don't shy away from that. If you ever get put in a leadership position, like run with it. You know what I'm saying? And give back to the people. So
Absolutely.
that's why I started building. I built Alien, 100% benevolent protocol. At the top, that shit gave back like $5 million to the community. Anki, same shit. I don't even know what the numbers were on that, but it was probably half of what Alien did, or maybe even closer. I don't know. I don't know the numbers, but they're all benevolent protocols. The same thing with King now. It's just a benevolent protocol to give back to the community. That's it. Because I've developed the community around myself, and everybody always tells me, "Yo, you should do this, and you should do that, and you should do this, and you should do that." And it's like, just do what I'm good at, right? I'm good with messing with these coins and coming up with cool tokenomics and rallying good people around them. So we just do that. You know what I mean? And that's what it's always been all about, bro. Giving back to the people that have rallied around me. Like all you guys, everybody watching, everybody that will watch, everybody that engages with our tweets and everything else. Just the whole community, man. This shit is for y'all.
Yeah, and just to add what Gugat's saying. So when I was saying I was degening at the beginning of this, I was actually taking my rewards and swapping back into King. I probably should be saying that, but long story short, I believe in this project so much. I'm taking all the rewards from the payout, putting it back into King, putting it back in the chart, and there's a lot of other whales that I know doing the same exact process. Because I firmly believe when Pulse Chain starts going to run, we're going to see something magical happen with this project.
Absolutely.
Compounding interest is king, bro. That's how Warren Buffett got so rich, man. Compounding that interest, man.
Yes, sir.
Love it. Hey, I saw in the chat early on. I don't know if he's still in here, but this homeboy right here is actually on Zora, and I wanted to bring up his thing here because he and I have been following each other on Zora, and he's got some shit going on. He's doing a little bit of Zora art himself. Nice. Today he was like, "Hey, I dropped a cigarette on a cup, and it basically is the Zora, or the base logo." I was like, "That's amazing! I fucking love it." So shout out to another Zora creator. I wanted to give you that.
Oh man, nice. Welcome, dude. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
For sure.
Yo,
hey, by the way,
LP. You should LP with BP die. Start LP, build the web.
BP die.
Yo, so let me tell ya, I tried to LP rabies with base P dye earlier, and it wouldn't let me, bro. I approved it, and then like something,
doesn't it?
It's tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do a tax with a non-tax.
Why?
V2 with a V3.
Yeah,
you can't do a V2 with a V3.
Yeah, you can. You could do it on V2.
Yeah, but we're on a
no
V.
V2. You'd be opening
We don't have a V2. We're on V3.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you. I mean, you can initiate a V2 if you want. You're welcome to.
Through that. You can start a V2 pool, absolutely, and then you can do that. Yeah, you can do that.
Couldn't you technically put like $1 in like a V in the V2 pool and then do the parent? Okay, that's probably what has to happen.
Yep.
But that's normally you want to do the opposite, because if you're seeing a V2 that has no V3, and that V2 is doing like, it's like at a 10 million market cap, and it's doing, I don't know, 5 million in volume, million liquidity or something like that. So keep it easy. Say something's like 10 million in volume, and it's got 1 million in liquidity, right? That's a 10x on the liquidity, right? Volume to liquidity ratio. And that's all on the V2. And you're like, I want a piece of that action. You start the V3 with like $1, let it snap into place with the price. Then you're free to set your V3 range wherever you want after that, and that's best on base, because when things are kicking on ETH, and you're not going to want to be messing around with that.
He may have done that last year in the height of our base degenning, and may have made someone mad. I remember one time somebody like, open up a V3. This is my project. And
yeah, Chris, I got kicked out of a couple telegrams because there was a couple degen plays I was LPing on base, and it was like, okay, this is a V2. Nobody's launched a V3. It's doing like 5 million in volume, and this thing isn't even, it's like, it's like $200,000 in liquidity. I opened up the V3 and I go in the Telegram. I'm like, hey guys, if you guys are looking, if you don't want to dump the chart and you want to exit, come on over to the V3. I'll show you how to do it. And the dev gets in my DMs. He's like, dude, what are you doing? You know nothing about liquidity. Take your pool out of there. I'm going to kick you out of the chat unless you take your V3 pool out of there. I'm like,
yeah, yeah. I'll be honest with you. Anytime you say V3, that's the biggest buzzword for degens. They hate V3 because like what happens is sometimes what whales will do is they'll put V3 on the back end and it'll like sometimes slow the volume coming in, but that's only for like really like asshole whales, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
I'm a big fan of V3. I just make that clear. It's just
bringing up bad shit.
Yeah, no. I'm a big fan of V3. I'm just saying, like, there's just a stigma with degens, but keep in mind, a lot of these degens are extremely low IQ and dumb. So just want to throw that out there.
I take offense to that. I am not. I probably am. Hey, we actually have another video. This is kind of a funny one. I'm going to set you up. This is not the normal rock and roll vibe, but we have our first P-Dye video. Are you ready for this one?
Oh, this would be fun.
P-Dye to a door.
Down by the stream where the big dogs dream. Back to my home I will not go. For if I do, my wife will say, will we ever see base P-Dye? Going to Adora. Going to Adora. Going to Adora.
Mo.
Oh my god.
Dude.
I just say Dora.
Dora.
Dude, that video's gonna go viral with the girls licking that ice cream. I'm telling you right now, you gotta post that on X.
There was ice
What
cream.
is with the licking? The constant.
Yeah, but
licking?
did you see the
guys
one
hear
on
that?
the left? Your tongue, the one on the left, the tongue started getting so big and thick.
There was a lizard tongue on the right. It was
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, there was. Oh, Jesus.
Did anyone just hear Ted go, wait, there was ice cream?
Yeah. That was not what Ted was looking at.
Did young Stunna make that?
No. You know it.
That's always my secret fucking, my little secret in the bag.
Dude, shout out to young Stunna, but he makes a lot of weird shit sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but I love the dude to death. So he did
amazing.
my video, so I gotta give him props.
It's absolutely amazing. Hey, you got some good videos, by the way. Yours are pretty legit.
No, dude. He crushed it with my videos. He crushed it with Zach and Nathan's videos. I mean, sorry, Johnny and Nathan's videos. Dude, your name with the Z3 makes me think your name is Zach every single time.
Always Zach
I
Morrison.
feel so bad. I feel so bad. What does the Z3 mean? I'm just curious.
Oh, it's Leet, right? Zen, like meditation type Zen.
Oh, Zen Nathan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried for a time on X to be the degen respite for clearing your mind before you go degenning, right? I was going to do like crypto-based degen meditations to help you bring the wealth in, right? But also stay calm while you're putting your slippage up to.
Bro, I know these chicks that used to do that, bro. They got big. They were called something. I forgot what it was. Mindless, I think it was something like that. Yo, they got big, man.
Dude,
did you say mindless?
I think that's what it was called.
That's my Telegram name, Mindless Monk.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
I was about to say, dude, you could definitely pass off as a monk or like a karate kid. Like if someone came up to you, you could probably kick their ass real quick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like jujitsu or karate.
Reality, not true. Internal reality is only what is.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, the spaces they were terrible, bro. You go in there and it was like, breathe, relax, think of nothing. I love you.
No,
I want to hug you.
That's not the energy. No, that's not the energy we want. We want this.
Chris,
right here,
Chris, Mr. Miyagi.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go.
Sorry,
bro. I was trying to be PG-13, dude. You just set off a nuke. like, damn.
Love it.
That's a good video, though.
That's an amazing one.
You know, Mr. Miyagi got arrested before he died because he kept saying, they were like, "What happened to Daniel?" And he's like, "Daniel-san is wax off. I helped Daniel-san wax off." Okay, that's my
I got it. I got that.
All right, guys, we're just gonna pull it. Oh my lord!
Rest in peace, Pat Rita. Man, that guy was awesome.
Mr. Miyagi, legend. We got 12 minutes. So, what's
DJ picks of the week?
Talk about?
DJ picks of the week. What are we looking at?
B-Die, bro. That's my DJ pick of the week. Base P-Die. Let's go. $2.
Base P-Die. $2.
Okay. Base P-Die. All right, Johnny, hit me up, man. I know you're DJing. I know you're in the trenches. What are you looking at?
Dude, if you go into Dragon Fart Dust, always a good one. If you go into the House of Warlords, and what's the you just type in like what chart or something?
Yeah.
What is it? What is the command to get
automatically? I think it comes up automatically like every hour or something like that. But that is everything you would ever want to consider. I know what you
just scroll up.
Yeah. So like what I recommend is go into the House of Warlords, right? We have coins on Pulse, coins on Base, coins on Solana, coins on even Titan X coins. We have Ethereum coins. We have
What was that?
that was a throat clear. But we have anything you could possibly want that people are actually interested in. Take a look at that list and start there. Is what I say, because literally that whole list, pretty much, that all came from a lot of people here. That's what we're looking at. But
all right, I'm going to give you guys a little taste of what he's talking about.
Sure.
That's
Probably should have gone there. Yes.
All right. Look, if you can see, I don't know, it said down there at the bottom, part 2 of 5 continued. There's 5 fucking pages of this shit.
Yes. So
everything you could ever need to know.
Yeah. Anything, honestly, what I'm looking at is anything with a strong community, small market cap. I'm not getting into some fucking $100 million market cap coin. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get into I'm still in the hundreds of thousands or less market cap. And I want to see what kind of community it has. I'll tell you right now, King is looking extremely good for anybody that's not in already. And it's on Pulse Chain. What does that mean? That means it doesn't cost dick for a transaction. It's like base, right? It's like tenths of pennies to transact on that chain. If you don't know how to get into Pulse Chain, there's 5,000 people. Every single person on this video could teach it, but jump into the House of Warlords, jump into the Council of LP, and start asking questions. How do I get on Pulse Chain? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Pulse Chain is probably the biggest conviction play that I have this cycle.
This is the passive income chain, bro. Yo, Mo, can you pull up the King website real quick if you can? Because I know this thing has been printing rewards. I just don't know exactly how much it has. I haven't looked at the website in days.
Hey, you know what? Yeah. While Mo is pulling that up, Goo, can you explain to people that might be new to what a reward token is and like how that works exactly?
Okay, so you got reflection tokens and you have reward tokens, right? So reflection tokens, if you hold it, you'll get more of that token. So like, for example, PTGC is a reflection token. You hold that token and it pays you more PTGC, right? Now, King is a rewards token. You don't get more King. You get different tokens. That's the difference between rewards and reflections. And it's volume based. So there's a 5% fee on transactions, which is basically a tax. So if you buy this token, sell this token, transfer this token, you get charged 5%. That 5% goes to feeding the rewards for everybody. So the rewards are based on the volume. So that's how you get rewarded.
And the tokens that you get rewarded in specifically are PulseX, Most, and Teddy.
I like that.
Yep. For King, you get PulseX to bring that sense of security, right? And that deflationary aspect of it. Then you have Most, which it gives you a sense of security because that's Richard Hart's meme coin, and it gives you that degen exposure because it's a meme coin. And then you have Teddy, which gives you full meme coin exposure, but we also feel that it's kind of safe too, because whether you like him or not, the biggest influencer on Pulse Chain is pushing this and pushing out multiple tweets every single day. So to sit back and think that he's not going to send this token, he 100% is. So that's why I said we go with these three tokens. With 2 of the tokens, we have a really good chance at a very high multiplier effect, like we saw with Enki. Because with Enki, it rewards in Pete-Eye and Atropa, Teddy Bear, and I forget, there was one other one. But the way we made gains with that was because Pete-Eye ran so hard and Pulse-Rat Bitcoin ran so hard. So that's what I wanted to make sure we had an opportunity with King. So with Most, I think it's going to run really hard. With Teddy, I think it's going to run really hard. And PulseX, everybody feels this is going to do very well. So we add that in there too. So I think just from the multiplier effect from the rewards alone, we'll get good gains, man.
Question.
Popping, man. This is fucking cool as shit.
I got a question. I know the answer to this, but I want to ask mostly for people watching, what is the main what would you consider the main liquidity pair for King?
The main liquidity pair right now for King is PulseX. It's the biggest one.
Mo, can you scroll down a little bit? Can you scroll down a little bit? Okay, a little, right there, right there. Okay, I want to reiterate that the main liquidity pair is with PulseX. If everyone just remembers what I just said 20 minutes ago, it's all about ratios. So for King, the goal isn't to get a 10x in USD. The goal is to get a 10x against PulseX. If you believe in Pulse Chain, if you believe in the Richard Hart ecosystem, well, what happens if PulseX does a 30x? That's a pretty conservative estimate, right, for a Richard Hart coin. Okay, that's a pretty conservative estimate. So if you are paired with PulseX and you're turbo slingshot leverage on PulseX, does everyone get what I'm saying here, or am I talking to a goddamn You guys are picking up what I'm putting down here, right?
Am I live right now? Do people fucking hear me?
So look, I'll even open your eyes to something else that people are not realizing. We have 8 liquidity pools, right? Like 4 or 5 of those pools, they're with that new Mooney ecosystem, which is dubbed like the new Atropa 2.0. So let's say that plays out, bro. Go look at those tokens. They're 200K, 500K, 400K. If you think back to what the Atropa ecosystem did, come on, bro. We got things that ran to hundreds of millions of market cap to 10 million market cap all over that ecosystem. So if that starts happening with that Mooney ecosystem and King is already paired with all of that stuff, bro, it's going to be game over.
It's all about ratios, guys. You got, everyone needs to stop thinking about, oh, I want to make a 10x my current USD holding. In crypto, it's very hard to do that because that requires you to stare at a chart and be like, okay, I got in at 1 cent, at 10 cents, I'm going to nuke. Everyone that's here will agree with me that in crypto, there's what they call like psychological levels, psychological numbers. And if you're sitting at 1 cent, just know there are an ass ton of people that are also looking at that 10-cent number. Well, what if a 10x for you is 5 cents or 6 cents? You wouldn't know that unless you single side or you pay attention to ratios. Your goal is to get a 10x. In this case, your goal is to get a 10x against PulseX. And you're hoping that PulseX gets a 10x against Pulse or Ethereum or something like that. And then you just see where the turbo slingshot leverage effect just absolutely rips. This is how people, this is how the OGs, this is how they think, this is how they win. They do not think in terms of, oh, I put in 100, I want to take it out at $1,000. That's not winning. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like when the bull market comes, that's not going to retire you. That's not like slap your boss money. Slap your boss money is you pay very, very close attention to the ratio. And when you get your 10x against PulseX, that's when you make your move. When you get your 50x against PulseX, that's when you make your move. And the whole time that's doing that, if you think PulseX is just going to sit there twiddling its thumb, I mean, it has been for the past couple of years, but come on, let's be honest. This thing's going to kick off at some point. And I mean, not financial advice, but guys, it's fucking Richard Hart. The guy's got billions. You know what I mean? And if you don't think he's going to put something to work, or else he's going to look kind of like a clown, right? With all the talking that he did, something is going to happen here. Whether that's a court case getting dropped, or whether that's not the court case, but the fucking Interpol thing getting dropped, or whatever. Pay attention to Pulse Chain. And if you guys aren't familiar with it, there are 5,000 content creators on that chain. I would recommend your friend Sami. That's a great place to start, and just start getting lost in Google on what Pulse Chain is, who Richard Hart is, what his things have done in the past, what Hex did last cycle. Because Jesus, if you were in Hex last cycle and you were liquid, not staked, like someone like me, if you were liquid in Hex, you absolutely murdered it. And if you don't think that, he's capable, I'm not saying he will, but he is capable of doing something very similar, you're going to want to take a look at shit on Pulse Chain. For sure. I mean, for me, I'll be open, honest, and transparent. Like, Pulse Chain is my highest conviction chain. Out of all the chains, that's my highest conviction chain for this cycle, for sure.
Perfect.
I'd be curious. What do you guys think? Like, how do you guys feel about all that? Like, where do you guys think? Like, I don't want to say the winner is, but that's where my horses, the majority of my bags are over there, for sure.
I still have money on Luna, and I think it'll still fucking. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good guy.
What? Luna Classic?
I'm just being an ass. Yeah.
Lunk. I used to LP on. I used to LP on. Oh no, I did not LP. I used to stake on Luna Classic, and it was like I wanted my money back, and it was like, and I went to unstake, and it was like your stake will be ready in 20 days. I'm like 20 days. It took 20 days. I had to wait 20 days.
The money will be gone in 4 hours. Your steak will be ready in 20 days. But why?
No.
Why? Hey, we're at an hour and a half. Let's wrap it up and do the last comments. Johnny, since you're down there, why don't you start us off? Last thoughts.
I feel like I've been talking this whole goddamn stream, bro.
It's okay. I'm teeing it off here one more time.
For the sake of brevity, I'm going to go ahead and make this very, very quick, which is like only 7 minutes. Follow.
You got
Chris.
Yep.
Ted.
Yep.
Chris. Oh, you can't see my finger, but I'm pointing at Gugan. Follow Nathan. Follow Mo. Follow me. For the love of God, just get in, get plugged in, educate yourself. Okay? You will learn something. There's always something to learn. There's always a play. There's always a move. There's always something shaken. Not everything is just down only. There's always something. There's always something going on. Be a part of it. You don't have to put thousands and thousands of dollars into everything you do. Okay? Take a couple $100, go degen into something, join the community. It's a lot of fun because no one on this stream right now is poopy, is woe is me, is this cycle is fucked. Not one of us, because there is something that we're in that is doing very, very well. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Love it. I appreciate you, sir, as always. Goo, would you like to give us your last thoughts on the day, crypto in general, your family, your homeboys, whatever you want?
I mean, yeah, man, just be prepared, be ready. We've had a lot of bearish months these past, little bear market we just had. Things are really about to start flipping bullish. I was showing Chris the weekly chart of Ethereum and with my indicators and shit, and it's extremely bullish right now. So, now's the time to lock in, strap in, load up on good projects, and, keep King on your watch list, watch how it does, and yeah, man, let's fucking go.
Love it. Chris.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. Follow all the homies. Keep yourself educated, updating the market. It's going to be a great altcoin season. Hope you guys win. And if you're crazy, you're DJing, follow me at the Verse 369. Till next time, guys.
Give me one conspiracy thing I should look up today when we get
conspiracy.
Off.
Does just anything in general?
Antarctica.
Something I should learn about. Just something really crazy.
General Bird,
Antarctica. I know about.
All right, so the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the 7 top nations in the world have a massive research center down in Antarctica, and there's been claims that there's actually a massive tunnel that gets into the Hollow Earth conspiracy. So, in my opinion, there's something going on down there. I've been up to Alaska. I have seen the northern hemisphere part. There ain't that much research compared to Antarctica. So check it out, guys.
Okay. Did you last related question? Did you see the thing about the cities under the oceans? Apparently, we built with trillions of dollars from HUD spending. Apparently,
underground.
Yeah,
George
some
Bush.
of it underneath the oceans also.
Yeah, well,
like,
it was
nah,
2.1. It was 2.19 trillion dollars that was used for underground cities, and a lot of that was actually due to what happened on September 11th. There's a massive audit report, and some of the money went missing, and they believe that money was actually used to build those cities.
Ooh.
Wow.
All right. Love it. All right, Ted. I don't know how you follow that. Sorry, buddy.
No, I got one. I want to put it in perspective. This whole stream, kind of started with the dragon fart dust. Now we're in BP dye and everything. But this stream is actually turning into something quite remarkable. I mean, the level of knowledge and information sharing that goes on. There's some shilling of coins and so on and so forth. But there's really gifted people here, talented people that are giving you free advice, free education. It is so important. And really, it helps you see that you can succeed in this. Just educate yourself and you can come here. And this is just a great place. People are spewing out ideas and thoughts and sharing freely. What's crazy is that people will be stupid and pay somebody to try and learn this shit. And these kind people here are just gracefully giving it away and making it available to you. And so spread the word about this stream. It's really turning into something really, really special. And it deserves a much larger audience, in my opinion, because it can really, really take people far into this with a level of comfort and education that could benefit them long term. So my hoodie is off to everybody in the stream. Make sure you follow them. God bless you guys.
Yo, well
Thanks,
said,
Ted.
Ted. Well said.
You just
Yo,
went
Mo.
Ted just
Mo.
went from hood to suburbs in like a second.
In Columbus, Ohio, baby.
Columbus,
Let's
gotta
go.
I love it.
I didn't pick it. It's just
Yo,
where
Mo,
am.
I got a rabbit hole for you to go down. I haven't even went down this one yet, but I started to a little bit. This Easter with Donald Trump with the rabbit. There's meaning behind that. There's a whole rabbit hole to that, bro. I started to touch base on it real quick the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is deep. You should look into that."
Okay.
Oh, come on.
I genuinely have no idea what
that's
you're talking
great.
about.
Trump
So
and the rabbit.
No.
Trump Easter
No,
rabbit.
this is perfect.
Let's do
Trump rabbit. It's going to lead me to the Morpheus coin. I know it.
it.
I'm still
Follow
dealing
the
with
white
what Chris
rabbit,
said
baby.
last stream.
Love it. Nathan, last words, sir.
How about this?
Thank you, Goo.
Go. Here's my input. Take a look at the world fairs that happen 1800s, 1900s, and you start to look at the absolute magnificence and size and scope of the architecture that was supposedly built just for the world fairs. There, it looks more that like we found these locations, set them up, and then every world fair was you're like looking at like Greek architecture that's gigantic, right? The people at these world fairs. And then we just tore them all down as soon as they were done. Weird stuff. But hey, Zora, BP die, we're sitting at number 9 on market cap, and we are number 7 trending. So there you go. A dip can't hold us down. So 80K, you would be up 22% if you bought in the last 24 hours on BP die.
There you go.
BP die to $1. My arms
What
disappeared.
dip? I love that. We're gonna have to clip that one, Trey. When you see that, we need that one clipped, and then we need like a montage clip of everyone doing.
BP die to $1.
It's gonna turn into a musical over here. All right,
we're all gonna be licking ice cream cones live on air.
I have actually had ice cream, not on an ice cream cone. I will not be licking it. Guys, I hope you had a good time here today. We're going to do this very often. We have a low market cap, low liquidity gem on our hands. We started from zero. We're going to fucking hero. You have lots of resources at your fingertips. Please go into the Council of LP Telegram. Please go into the House of Warlords Telegram. There's the actual link because I clicked on the wrong thing. Ask them anything you need to know. If you need anything clarified, that's what we're here for. These are our winners. They're not screwing around. They're not playing for peanuts. These are all people that are here to win. So let's fucking go. Have some fun and be pretty. All right. Let's fucking
Let's go.
Peace
Have
out.
a great day. We'll see you again soon. Peace.
I'm rude, I would need, I would die, 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 I would need, I would die.